Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be making a slimline card using these beautiful images that I got from Artful Angel. The original artist is from a Kimmie stamps. Kraftin Kimmie stamps. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna be using this film strip. I love film strips and anything has to do with movies and pictures. And I have kept from the strip, I kept the little inserts that like the little rectangles that come apart so I can stamp there. So let's go ahead and get this started. So to stamp my images, I am using my stamping tool. I love this thing. I think it's one of the tools that I use the most. For my card, I wanted to use all the stamps, all the monkeys at least. So I am stamping here with a Memento Tuxedo black ink. I love this ink, as I have said before, because it doesn't smear when you color with alcohol markers or when you color with watercolors as well. So I adore this ink. So here you see me stamping all the monkeys, and the space of that rectangle that came off from the film strip was not big enough for some of the stamps, but that's okay. You can work with these. You can like tilt your images, and I really wanted the monkeys to fit. I didn't care so much about the branches or anything, but I really wanted the monkeys to be there, and I think I achieved that. So here I am stamping. I'm stamping a couple times because I want my lines to be very crisp and very dark. And here I'm wiping with baby wipes. That's what I use to clean most of my stamps, my surface, everything. I either use that or alcohol wipes as well, but really baby wipes work just fine. And here I was having a little bit of issues trying to fit this monkey here. I managed to fit his body, not the branch or the end of his tail, but I think he's so adorable, he's so cute, that I really wanted to use this monkey. And now it's time to color these images. I am using my Ohuhu alcohol markers. They are my favorite, so I'm sharing with you here the colors, but I will put it also in the description below for you to check it out exactly what colors I'm using. Now when I color my images, I think I'm different than everybody else because I see people that they usually start with the lightest color and then the middle color and the lightest color again. I mean the dark color and then the lightest color at the end. I do it different. I start with the darkest color, and I also don't even pay attention to where the light is coming from or anything because it stresses me out actually. So for my coloring, I just do what I feel is right. And for these monkeys, you see that they come with their pupils clear, like white. So I added some black marker to that, and you'll see me later around the pupil. I'm gonna add a little bit of iris in brown, and I'm also going to add a highlight with my gel pen because I feel that when you add that little white highlight to the eyes, it just changes completely the image. So here I am coloring the little monkeys. I decided that I wanted to do their body a little bit different than their face and the belly. So we are gonna speed through this part of me coloring. Now for the belly, I am using this color combo, and also for the face. Now for the ears, I'm using R20 because I wanted them to be a little bit pink. This part I am adding the iris around the pupil, and you're gonna see me also add with a white gel pen a little like shine dot to the pupil. Believe me when I say that this little dot makes such a difference in the face of whatever character you're coloring. And here he is, completely finished. Now for the tree trunk, I am using this combination of browns. I didn't want to be all the same brown. Since my monkeys are brown, the branches are brown, I didn't want all the same shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and color this and come back and show you. And here I am doing exactly what I mentioned before. I start with my darkest color, in this case YR95, where I feel there should be dark color, which is around the monkey's hands and the feet and some here and there. Then I go with my middle tone, which is R28, and I go around that darkest color. I drag it a little bit as well to blend it, and then my lightest shade is R27 in this case, and I finish coloring. Sometimes I go back with my darkest shade again if it covers it too much or you cannot really see that shade. So I'm gonna repeat this with every single monkey that has a branch. I'm gonna finish coloring their faces and their bellies and come back to show you. Now for the banana, this is the shade of yellow. I'm using the color combination of yellow I'm using, and I'm also going to be using black to do the little spots that ripe bananas have. So here I am creating some masks for my monkeys because I decided that they need a background. I cannot just leave them plain like that, hanging in the air, right? So I figured that I could add some clouds behind them and kind of like soil around the one that is sitting with the banana. And for this, I am going to be using distress inks and distress oxide. I have a stencil that is perfect for this, that I am so glad I got it, because I used to make my clouds. I used to make my own stencil, which is nothing wrong with that, right? But this saves you time. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this part, and you can see me making the backgrounds. So now I'm gonna use some browns to add the soil under this monkey. Here is when I realized, oh my goodness, my monkey's brown, my ground is brown. So I tried to use lighter browns and added like some dirt here and there, and here I'm unmasking them, and they look so stinking cute. So for this part, I chose a bright green background, and then I love wet glue. I use my Bear glue for everything, and here I'm adding some of that glue around the film strip to add it to the top of my green cardstock. And now I am going to just glue down the monkeys. I knew that I wanted this monkey that was sitting obviously at the base, because I feel like they're like in a tree going up, you know. And then I wasn't sure where to put this hanging monkey, but then I thought, well, he doesn't have any like branch or anything where to hang it, so I put him at the top. So here is the base, my card of my green cardstock, and I decided to use foam tape for this part. I love raised cards like that are not like just flat. I absolutely love it. So I am just putting this down, and I always have kind of difficulty putting this part down because I want it to be perfect. And then I am gonna be using one of the sentiments and I decided I'm gonna use the coconut and the butterflies. I then decided that I probably wanted more than just one butterfly, so I stamped 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and color and cut these, and we're gonna place them together. Here are my pieces already cut and color. It's your day, go bananas. I thought it is such a cute sentiment, and for the sentiment I'm gonna use foam tape as well to raise it up a bit, and I think I'm gonna be using also some foam tape maybe on the coconut and a couple butterflies, so let's go ahead and do that. Here I am adding some of that foam tape, and then I decided to place it at the bottom of my card so I can put the butterflies and the coconut everywhere else in my card. Here I am placing the sentiment, and I had to use my reverse tweezers. These are awesome, you guys. I love them. To apply my sentiment right there. It's great. These tweezers are fantastic for little stuff that you don't want like your fingers in the way. And then I'm gonna add just wet glue for my coconut, and I think I added some foam tape for 2 of the butterflies. I decided at the end I didn't want the 3 butterflies on the front of the card because it looked like too much, and it just didn't look right, the 3 butterflies, the way I glued them down. So I decided to put the yellow butterfly on the inside of the card instead. Here you see me struggling. Where do I put this butterfly? But I am glad I just decided to put it inside my card. And here is how the card turned out. I absolutely love it. And there she is, the little yellow butterfly, made it to the card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, to give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, happy crafting!